my brothers, welcome back. This is another episode, another moment in time where we get to meet at the table of masters. Okay, everybody here, as I spoke last week, everybody here has a specific position in life, a specific position in their universe. And in your universe, you are the center. You are the end all be all. You are the creation point. You are the origin point. And this is where your power comes from. All right. So I'd like to welcome everybody here. I want to go into our values here as a part of Masters of Self. Each and every single man that shows up here, each and every person that represents themselves is a master of self. Once again, everybody that's here and has their own perspective on life. If they have their own form of consciousness and their own origin point, you are a master of self. Once again, you are the only person that can speak from where you are. You're the only version of yourself. So don't take that lightly. Know and understand that you are here for a reason. You are here to express whoever it is that you're here to be. Now, any updates from our brothers here? We got Miracle J, Eddie, Raul, I believe, is still on, and TL. Any updates from anybody that wants to share their experience of themselves this past week, since we met last week, or anything at all that you want to share? And if not, it's all good. We'll just go ahead and keep on going.
Yeah, I guess I can share something, man.
Yeah. Go ahead, brother.
One thing I noticed, man, with the process and just everything, man, being more conscious of what's going on at every given period of time, point of time, never really drifting as long as I can help it, and combining that with self-talk. Funny, I said self, C-E-L-F, automatically came to my mind. But yeah, man, just like no matter, because, sometimes I feel off. But it's never speaking that shit. I always just continue to speak of how I want it to be, or how I see myself in my mind, because as soon as you talk negative or speak on a fucked up feeling that you feel, you bring that shit into existence. And yeah, I've had times where I've been off in the past week, but I continue to hold the feeling and continue to speak as if everything was top notch, and as a result, I stay top notch.
Wow.
But, yeah.
Man, that's powerful. Thank you for sharing that, brother, because that's always a part of my process as well. I take time to intentionally set in my day, a period in time where I speak my affirmations, and every time I do it, I see the change. And every time I do it, I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I might be in a position where I was like, man, I don't want to really, say that, because it's the same thing I said yesterday or the day before that, but it makes an actual physical difference. Like you start to take control of your own personal way that you speak with yourself, right? I was thinking about this yesterday. I think it was yesterday or earlier today, but I was thinking like, man, there's only one conversation that's taking place when there's nobody else around, right? There's nobody else that is able to feed ourselves the way that we can, right? Nobody else can use the words that we have, right, to impact and influence ourselves. Nobody else can do it, not to the degree that we can, right? When we take the responsibility of speaking on our life for ourselves, that is us taking back control of our life, right? And to be conscious of your self-talk, that's to become conscious of your power. You are the one speaking. You are the one. You have an original voice, right? I really, really want everybody that comes to these meetings to really understand that we are the original copies. We are the original source. We are it for our life, right? Every single person has their own point of consciousness. So having your own point of consciousness gives you the ability to perceive your life however it is that you want, and to speak on your life however it is that you want. It's nobody's business, right? It's nobody's business how you speak to yourself. And that's the pride I take in this process. That's the pride I take in my everyday experience and creating myself. I call myself Master Mycellf for that reason, because I intend on continuously. I know my brother Pete was speaking last week, and he was saying that, you know, mastery is a continuous process. You know, it's not just a one and done. It's not just a show up here and pretend like, you know, this is the case. No, it's actually my everyday process. That's actually what we all do, especially being a part of IMC Nation. You know, IMC Nation is the greatest self-help movement in the world. You know what I'm saying? And that's important to understand. By the way, let me say these disclaimers for everybody watching, because I didn't say this at the beginning. This is for entertainment. You know, don't take anything that we say seriously. Everybody here is covered under this. Number 2, this is for adults and adults only, no kids in the room. And number 3, respect the laws of the land that you're tuning in from, no matter where you are. And number 4, you know, shout this out to the world, man, and bring all the masters. We want all the masters to sit down here at this table and to have their point of self, so that they can, you know, express that and relate that to the world. So anybody else that wants to share, I'm gonna go ahead and shut up this Instagram here. Anything else that, so basically what I'm asking to share is just your process or anything that comes up for you in terms of your growth over the last week. If you've had any internal experiences that have began to manifest on the outside of you, or anything like that, any purpose that you can, or any purpose shift or mindset shift that has taken place for yourself. TL, I love that bandana, bro. That shit goes hard.
Yo, I appreciate that, bro. Thank you.
Sir.
Well, I don't want to cut anybody off, and this is my first time being on the stream. I just
welcome, bro. Hold on. Time out. My bad. I didn't do that right. My fault. Anybody that brand new that has not been here before, either you can raise your hand if you come on. But let me properly introduce my brother TL here. My brother TL, you know, when our first meeting last week, you know, I took the time to go through how I related to everybody and how I seen everybody as their own master of self. Now, brother TL, you know, he is the embodiment of this as well. To his own degree, he's in his own world, right? He's been holding down his land in New Mexico for I don't know however long, but every time I look at TL, I see a strong foundation. I see a master of self. I see a master in his presence and his beingness, and I think everybody else can see that shit too. You know, without a doubt. You know, when somebody's putting the work in on themselves, it's undeniable. You know, we can all see that. So let that be acknowledged in this man that's speaking. All right, brother, go ahead, man. Appreciate you.
Man, I appreciate that. Thank you. I forgot what the question was. I forgot what you were even asking us, man. That threw me off. So I'm just happy to be here, man. No, let somebody else go, man. I don't want to interrupt the flow.
Nah, not at all, brother. Not at all. The question was just, man, simply if you had any internal changes or experiences that you can speak on yourself, because, you know, you are in that space, man. You got to know that you are safe to speak on whatever it is you want to speak on when it comes to yourself, you know, how you perceive yourself. You know, I was telling people last time, I was like, yo, if you see yourself as the baddest motherfucker on the planet, then speak as that. You know, this is that space where you can speak from that light, from that consciousness. And we will all respect it, because we all have that personal, you know, space to look and approach life, right? So by all means, brother, if you have anything to share on that, or anything that's pressing on your mind that you just want to share with
us. Yeah. One thing that came up right off of that is just, you know, I recognize that I've just been in my own way for so long, man. I've been holding myself back like crazy. I was talking to Shamir and Johnny before Shamir had flown out to San Jose very recently, a few days ago. And man, I was telling him, like, I'm holding myself back, and it's crazy because this Beast Camp aligned with this so much. I was going in for a while, man. Tears were in my eyes. I was just opening up, and the way that this Beast Camp aligned, it made me recognize that anything that I want to accomplish in this life, anything I really want to obtain, it's so accessible, and all it takes is a shift of consciousness. So whenever it's all in a state of mind, a frame of mind, I recognize, like, bro, this is really what magic is, because whenever I come from the state of already having something, a state of being, then whenever I operate, I'm able to achieve anything. But whenever I'm doing things to be a certain way, get a certain, no, that's not how it works. So just that small internal shift, and maybe it's small, maybe people don't recognize it, but for me, I feel like I can influence any factor in my life. Like, okay, I gotta go over here right now, right? So I'm gonna be a little bit quiet. But Shamir just pulled up, bro. He just got back from town. He's pulling up right now. But okay, so I got a girl over here right now. Johnny's walking out too. So I got a girl here right now. And 2 days ago, I was telling her, fuck off, fuck you, fuck this, fuck that. Look, she's my general manager, man. She was gonna fire me I didn't give a fuck. I was just holding my frame, holding that. And you know, that same night, man, like, this is gonna get vulgar, but she's sucking my dick, man. She's licking my ass. I'm getting videos of all of it because, you know, I have to document this. I got the text messages. So
smart man.
Just, man, I can see it manifesting throughout my life. I can achieve anything. And I feel so open and free, and I see it's accessible, man. Anybody can do this. It's not something where I feel talented. I feel talented. There are things where I'm gifted in. I know it, but this isn't something that nobody can achieve. Everybody can. So I hope somebody can maybe just get inspired by that, get a spark, because, there's so much we can accomplish. People are trying to hold you back, and it's all in here that they're holding you back. It's nowhere else. They're not hiding things from you. They're just trying to blind you.
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Hell yeah. And that's, you know, especially part of this past Beast Camp, man. A part of my internal shift was just understanding that, you know, when we make those internal shifts and when we have that revelation, right? The internal shift and the revelation is happening so that we can reframe our mind in order to perceive, you know, for me, this is what the Beast Camp was, you know, I'm going to perceive my life as I'm seeking more power out of my life. That's what I'm, you know, moving towards, you know, is acquiring more power. And how I do that is through the expression of myself and realizing, like, man, realizing really that I'm holding myself back in certain moments. You know, I resonate with that when you said that, brother, because, you know, obviously, you know, we all have our own experiences. You know, we all have our own challenges that help us to create who it is that we are being every single day. And those challenges that we are facing are the moments in time that it's like the movie script moment, you know, the movie script moment that shows up and it's like, damn, how does my character respond in this moment to this situation? You know, I mean, that's, you know, coupling, I want to say the Stoic philosophy, but, you know, how is it that I'm going to respond differently? Because I have the responsibility, I have the ability to respond differently. I'm aware of it. That's half the battle, becoming aware of the fact that I have the ability to respond differently. It's my choice, right? But the moment that I make that decision, the moment that I actually go through with that choice, what is my experience, right? What is the end result? What is the power that I tap into when I face that challenge or that experience, you know? And man, what a powerful frame, man. What a powerful frame to know that whatever it is that you went through and you felt, or you just the consciousness, the awareness to see, like, damn, I was holding myself back in that moment. Man, let me realize that, and then let me, from that moment in time, make a change going forward. Man, it's very, very powerful, brother. Very powerful. Thank you for sharing. Anybody else that wants to share, we'll do one more, and then I'm gonna tap into these values so that we have. After I get to these values, I just want everybody to, you know, if you want to speak, you can. If not, I got plenty to speak on, man, because, you know, this shit is real, man. This is a magical life that we're all living. You know, we're on the process. I think everybody here, well, most of everybody here is on the process for IMC Nation, right? And, you know, we got the brother Zero. We got brother Zero here, and Rick is here as well. You know, and Shamir just got in the building. Salute, brother. Welcome. You know, each and every single one of us has something to offer here. So at some point, I want everybody to share their story, right? But anybody else that has a quick update for this week, what has been your progression of self? What has been your your point of evolution for the rest of this week? Anybody else? If not, once again, we can move forward. Nobody? All right, cool. Perfect, man. So let's go ahead and tap in real quick. I set these tribal values, before I started the show, and I have 6 of them for the Masters of Self. I was able to set these values based on my personal experiences in life, right? Knowing that I'm calling myself Master Mycellf. That's the character that I'm choosing to play, right? And knowing that I've experienced the opposite of these values. That's why I hold these as true values, because I've experienced the opposite of them in my life. I've experienced not being. Our first value here is responsibility, the ability to respond to life. I remember feeling like I didn't have the ability to respond the way that I want to in life, right? I remember looking at let's say, I grew up in church, right? I was gonna say, I remember looking up at the older teens in church, right? And seeing them as they are, and then looking at them and being like, damn, man, like I wish I could do what they were doing. And from that perspective, me wishing that I could do what they were doing was just me wishing that I could respond differently to life, right? And so to take responsibility is to know and understand, okay, now is a moment in time where I can choose to respond differently in my life, because it's my life. I'm a grown ass man now, right? I don't need nobody else's permission. Like TL was saying, I'm the only one holding myself back, like from this moment in time now, it's my choice on how I choose to respond to life. So that is responsibility. So that's going to be the very first virtue, the very first value in which we stand on. The second one is faith. The opposite of faith for me is fear. It's a very, very clear contrast. You're either operating in faith or you're operating in fear. I remember, so many different moments in my life where I've been faced with the opportunity to stay in my fear or to have faith that I can go through whatever it is that I've come through, right? Whatever it is that's in front of me, I have the faith. I have the ability to believe in something greater than myself. That's what faith is for me. So that's number 2. If you guys want to, well, you don't have to write these down, of course. And if you want to chime in on any of these as well, go ahead and just unmute. This is an open floor for everybody. I'm just going through the values in which I initially set. And, I want to hear you guys' feedback as well. Number 3 is respect. I wrote next to this, for respect is to give what you want back from life. The number one thing that I can say that I've learned, so I see it as such a significant part of the martial arts, is learning how to respect others, learning how to categorize in your mind, okay, this person holds a higher level than this person, and this person is somebody I need to respond to consciously in my life because they are an authority, right? When I hold that person as an authority, when I show that person a certain level of respect, I can respect or I can expect that in return. Now, whether it's given to me or not, I can still set my standards as expecting to receive that level of respect. The respect that I give out, I can become conscious of that same respect coming back to me. And it may not be from that authority figure. It may be from somebody else. When I have brothers here that come in and comment on the way that I carry myself, I treat that as a high value thing, because that's respect given as or the respect returned as a respect that I give. I hold everybody here as a powerful being, as a representative of themselves. And I know that everybody here, welcome, brother. We got brother Jared in the room. Salute, brother. So you give what you want back from life, right? That's number 3. Number 4 is loyalty. I wrote next to this, it feels good to belong somewhere and to show up when needed. Man, to show up as a part of IMC Nation, every single day, that's a true pleasure of mine. And I see it as my due diligence to show up, because I that is ingrained in me. You know, loyalty is royalty. That is, you know, a phrase, it's a saying, but it's also a consciousness, it's a beingness that we can all take on. You know, when we embody that phrase and we take that on as a part of our personality, that allows us to expand into the world and to show the world what loyalty looks like. Because outside of groups like these, right, outside of groups with just men in them, how else do we have an understanding of what loyalty is for real? I mean, I don't see loyalty as something that's a premier focus in a women's group or a group with women in it. You know, let's just be real. That's just, I don't see it. I don't know. I haven't been a part of it, you know, but I know that is a true value that we can hold amongst us, because we are brothers. We are men first and foremost, but us meeting here, we are all masters of self. We are all individually here to embody ourselves, nobody else. So while you're here, you can be with whoever the fuck you want to be. That's your choice. You choose how to experience your life based on however it is that you choose to experience your life. Nobody else can tell you different. But there's a code of loyalty, there's a code of respect, there's a code of faith, and a code of responsibility here, being a part of the Masters of Self. Now, I got two more. Integrity is the next one. And I believe our integrity is something that I've gone against my integrity, my own integrity in my past, and I've gone with my own integrity in my past. Both times, I was the one choosing, right? I wasn't one choice or the other, but I was the one choosing. So when we look at our integrity for me is an internal process of making a right or wrong decision based on our own internal experience, right? So that's an experience that nobody else can say that they have. But each and every single one of us, we all have integrity. We all have the ability to tap into our own integrity. We all have the ability to tap into our internal process and choose what is the proper decision for my life. Straight up, we all have the ability to do that. And the last one is purpose. Moving towards our target, we cannot be stopped. And that's just facts. When you are moving towards a target, you're just not going to be stopped. Unless you are killed in the action, well, then you die doing your purpose. You die doing exactly what the fuck you came here to do. Right? That's a pleasure. That is living on purpose. Right? That's choosing to live the life that you came here to live. Now, this is where it can get interesting, because I know that for me, the moment that I decided that, you know, because my plan, for those who weren't here last time, is my plan, my goal, my objective is to make contact and awaken and instill a process of order for the world, for 10,000 people across the world, so they can take, it's like, you know, how a parallel is, you know, the 300 Spartans, right? 300 Spartans from the Spartan movie, 300, right? And that history in time, in our history. After that 300, there were, I believe, 10,000. That's the next part that I see. So I see everybody here as the head of that. Just so y'all know, everybody here, I see you as all the head of the next 10,000 people that will go and impact and change the world, right? Now, us being a part of IMC Nation, we're already part of that 300, the original 300. So what we do in these groups, you know, outside of IMC Nation, in these tribal meetings, we have the opportunity to truly craft and work on ourselves and embody whatever it is that we want in this life, whatever it is that we want. So, you know, I want to go over real quick, then I'll get some feedback from y'all. You know, recently, I want to say, it was Demigod that shared a video in the Lions Den group. And I'm not sure, well, I think everybody here has seen it. But he was basically talking about how I translated that video, that one video when he was speaking on, he was talking about challenges, right? And how I translated that interpretation for myself was challenges create success. When we have challenges and we have objectives, we have obstacles in our life, that's what allows us to know that we're moving in a direction, right? When there's something that's coming in front of us. That means that we were on our way to something. We were moving in a direction in our life. We were living on purpose. That means that we were living by choice. We were moving based on our own decisions. And when you are in that path, in that direction in your life, you have the opportunity to face that and to know that whatever that is, the obstacle becomes the path, right? That's the Stoic philosophy, but that's the actual truth that we can embody as well. When we choose to go forward, no matter what, can't nothing stop us. Can't nothing and nobody stop you from getting to where you want to go to when you decide, because it's you deciding, it's you making the decision to go towards your objective, to go towards your purpose, no matter what. I don't know if I'm making sense to anybody out there, but that's what I'm thinking. You know, that's the way that I'm processing life at this moment in time. I know, you know, I listened to, I don't know if anybody else had the chance to listen to that video that I shared, the God damn it, what's it called now?
The strangest.
Yeah, the strangest secret in the world. There it is. If anybody had a chance to watch that video, the strangest secret in the world, if you ever seen that or heard about that from Earl Nightingale, essentially what he talks about in there is the strangest secret. Yeah, same here, brother. He said Rick said he watched it daily. and that's part of my objective in the morning time, is because it's a mental training, you know, for you to consistently look at your life again and say, you know what, am I living on purpose? Am I doing this shit to go somewhere? Do I know where I'm going? Or am I just existing? Am I just taking part? I know nobody here is here to just take part in life. Where every single one of us has the mentality, because we are here, we are all go-getters. I know myself, so I know each and every single one of y'all. If y'all are here, you are here to go get whatever it is that you want out of life. You will go get it. Point blank, period. And every single one of y'all are go-getters. That's just what it is. And the way that you go about it is going after it. You know, you're tapped in, you're on alignment, you're on your path, going towards whatever it is that you want out of your life. Now, to listen to that, you know, recording every single day, it's just literally training, retraining, reprogramming your mind to begin to see yourself moving forward in your life towards a goal, towards an objective. You know, the challenges that we are facing are literally creating the next version of ourselves. So let's go towards those challenges as if we know that that's going to help me get better. Let's not run away from that shit. Let's go straight to it. Right. So I was talking about briefly earlier, you know, I had my dad invited me to a spin class. Tomorrow's his birthday. And so he invited me, he trains, he's a personal trainer as well. So he invited me to a spinning class today. And so many moments in my head, I was like, man, because I didn't sign up before today, but I was like, man, I don't want to go to this shit. Like, I don't know about this, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had, you know, the hesitations, you know, in my mind. But then I had another moment where I recognized that, and I was like, man, fuck that shit. Let me go see what this is all about. First of all, I know there's gonna be other bitches there, so let me go see what that's about. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, after that, let me just push on through. You know, no matter how tired I am, it don't matter that I didn't get sleep today. It don't matter, none of that shit. None of that shit matters, because it's another opportunity for me to either go forward and be a beast or be a bitch. That's our every single choice and every single day. We choose who we want to be. So, man, every single moment, just recognize that you're either going towards the challenges in your life or you're not, right? And to literally become conscious of whether I'm moving towards my objective, if whether I'm moving towards whatever it is, that goal that I said I want to meet. So if I'm sharing my video blogs every single week, right? And I'm creating that with the intention that I'm going to reach 10,000 people. Well, eventually, just doing that over and over and over and over again, some kind of change is going to happen. It don't matter how long it takes. It don't matter what the fuck tries to stop me. I mean, we have a living warrior, a living prophet amongst us, and that is Miracle J. This man got ran over by a car. I don't know if you know anybody else. Just think about your own life. I don't know if you know anybody else that got ran over by a car.